Hey yo, so today I'm going to show you some of my art supplies that I use to make my huge and awesome paintings. So let's get it. Okay, the first thing I'm going to show you are my sketchbooks. One of these ones is already filled. I mean, it's done, as you can see, and the other one it's almost there. There are Moleskine sketchbooks. I don't remember the exact size of my sketchbook, but I think it's it's not an A3. I remember if it is an A3 or well, actually I don't remember. I'll let you the link in the description of this video. Even this paper is cheaper, it works very well. So don't worry if you don't have a Moleskine sketchbook, because that doesn't mean that you are going to have awesome results. The paper is very good. The quality it's not as good as the sketchbook Moleskine, but they work very well. With alcohol markers, they are so cool. So what I use the most are my pencils, obviously, because with them I can do all the shades or shadows or whatever. So they work very well. I use Staedtler pencils, but I also use these books. Actually, so cool. 642 things to draw. Very helpful if you are stuck. I mean, if you don't know how to draw it at that moment. I mean, you have to draw what the book says, obviously, and it helps very well. Okay, now the other art supplies that I use are Posca markers. These markers are so cool because you can paint wood, paper. I actually paint too in some plastic. They are cool in plastic too. It looks like you're painting with acrylics. They're so bright and comfortable to use. So yeah. Okay, other thing that I wanted to show you is this piece of paper. As you can see, there it has many different colors of alcohol markers. I do this because when you buy alcohol markers, they show you the color of the marker of the top of the marker. But when you start painting, the color it's not exactly the same. So I always try to know the exact color of the marker. So now when I want to start painting, now I'm going to know the exact color that I'm going to use. Each different color has a number or a letter that helps me to know which marker is and which marker I'm going to use. To make some details on my drawings, I use two Sharpies. They are very good with some shadows. If I want to paint with some alcohol markers and I ain't got their exact color of my shadows, I use Sharpies. They works very well, and for details they're so good. Are chameleon markers. They are so cool too, but these ones only have like 22 markers. These ones are very huge. Comes with a blender. Is this one, this white marker. As you can see, it's a color blender, and the other one is a black marker that you can use for details too. So this one is so cool. Look, as I told you before, it's so long. You can see, right? As you can see, there are two parts of the marker. It has like two nibs. This one is a color nib, and this one that it has the alcohol. As you can see, there is the nib. So you put the nibs together and you are going to get a color blender. And the awesomeness of this thing is that it comes with a lot of different nibs. Okay, now we are going to, as you can see, there are some of my digital drawings. You can go to Behance if you want to follow me. I'm like just MP. So yeah. Okay, for this for these digital drawings, I use a Wacom Intuos. The tablet, it's not that big. Actually, I use it because I like it. It's comfortable and it's not as big. I mean, I don't like those big tablets. I like this one because it's small. You can take it anywhere you want. It's okay for me. It comes with the USB cable because it's not Bluetooth, and the pen. One of the things that I love of the pen is that it have nibs too. I mean, you can replace the nib if your actual nib is ruined or something. Actual nib is start to ruin it, you just replace it and that's it. Actually, I replaced it like in a year or 2 years. I don't know exactly the time my tablet is with me. Now I will show you the drawings that I have made with my art supplies. So these are my drawings, and I use Dutch New Sharpies and all the markers. You can see you can combine all the art supplies that you have. You can, for example, in this one I just combine watercolors with markers, so they work very well together. Actually, you can do whatever you want with your art supplies. I mean, there's no rule about how to use them, so you can combine all of them. Pastel with acrylics, or I don't know, markers with pastels. I don't know, you can do whatever you want with it. This one I painted with chameleon markers. It was my first painting. You can always experiment. For example, in these pages I take some spray can and start spraying it all of my sketchbook, and I just took some Posca markers and start drawing. And I mean, it's kind of interesting. You can experiment with different color paper too. For example, this one, it's just a simple piece of paper. I mean, it's black, but it's just a simple piece of paper, 9 grams, not other planet paper, just a simple paper and some colors. For example, these ones are Prismacolors, but they are not the package of professional Prismacolors. They are just the common Prismacolors package. You can work with them. The results are very nice, and you can experiment with many art supplies as you want. So okay, if you ain't have any of those art supplies, ain't worry about it, because I'm going to show you that you can draw wherever you want, only using a piece of paper and some black markers. Let me tell you that they're so cool, they're kind of nice, and they're so simple. Just so you can do that too. Well, I think that's it. I hope this video helps you to realize that you ain't got to have a lot of things to make art. So yeah, that's it. Well, see ya.